Rob, let's go. And I'm just going to keep it real. And I'm surprised because Rob G is a Laker fan, right? And I don't think it's funny. You mentioned Tom Brady not caring about Antonio Brown and all that. I don't think Rob G gave two hoots about LeBron James before he joined the Lakers. Didn't care one iota about it.
Rightfully so.
It was all about Kobe. Kobe's the guy that's the next MJ. Kobe's the player of this generation, blah, blah, blah. But, of course, LeBron now is a Laker, following in Kobe's footsteps, and Rob G likes him now, I think. Or is it really, I think it's more like what AB is saying about Tom Brady, that Rob G just he don't care about LeBron. He just knows LeBron can get his boy some jewelry. He just knows LeBron can hang banners up in the Crypt.com center, or whatever it's called these days. That's all. And the proof of it is this, Rob. In a story that had nothing to do with LeBron James, didn't really even have anything to do with Steph Curry, Rob G pulls out, digs deep, finds this quote, just a throwaway line from Kevin Garnett, and he wants to make a big deal and a big segment out of it, and I'm down. But here it is. In a long-form piece on ESPN.com about Andrew Wiggins, all right? Not Clay, not Steph, not KD, not Draymond, and definitely not LeBron. Kevin Garnett said this about Andrew Wiggins playing for the Warriors. And he may have seen me on TV talking about this because I said the same thing way before KG. But anyway, I didn't use these names. I just said Wiggins would be. I said he was in the perfect situation. KG took that knowledge. Okay. I said he's a great
watching your
fourth,
show and then
third
he's
or
gonna
fourth
make his
man.
right.
Well, this was before my show. I said he's a great third or fourth man. He'll be a great third option in Golden State and a great fourth best player, and he is. But anyway, here's KG's quote. He's playing with the Michael Jordan of his era. The knowledge that he takes not just from Steve Kerr and that coaching staff, but that pedigree of excellence that they push around there in Golden State. You can't come in there and be less than. Those are champions in there. Those guys have won together. They've been in the grit. They've been in the foxhole together. I think it motivates him. Now, that was a great quote about a lot of things. But as I said, Rob G zeroed in on the first sentence. He's playing with the Michael Jordan of his era. And you know who he's talking about. Steph Curry. So here it is, Rob. Another older player from the previous generation saying that LeBron isn't the Jordan of this era. Steph is. Your thoughts?
I always, whenever I hear stuff like this, I think as great of a player that Steph has become and what he's done in the NBA, he's not. I mean, to put him on par like he's the Michael Jordan of this era is ludicrous. But I think more and more you keep hearing these former players who don't respect LeBron. It's just a slight of LeBron to even say Steph is this generation's Michael Jordan. I mean, how do you put your lips together to form that? You don't even have to be the biggest LeBron guy, but you got to respect the numbers, what he's been able to do.
So in your opinion, LeBron is the Jordan of this era?
He's not Jordan. I just hate he's the best player of this generation that we've seen. You know what I mean? Okay. I hate to use the comparison to Jordan. I really do. But to say that Steph is that guy, I don't know what it is. We saw Charles Barkley. We saw Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith didn't even have LeBron in his top 10, his original list. He wasn't even in his top 10.
He's moved in the top 5 now, I think.
Yeah, when they won the championship in the bubble, I think he changed it. But still, just think about that. But he wasn't even in the top 10.
Right. Right.
We heard Clyde Frazier. We've heard a lot of players. And I get it. You want to call it jealousy from older players. Okay. But then the younger players too, Chris, like we talked about it. And it wasn't just him, Durant too, but
and probably Steph. And I don't
know
put any stock into that.
I know those
two players are crazy.
But the younger players who grew up, maybe even idolizing LeBron a little bit, you know what I mean? Because they didn't see Jordan play. Like 100 some odd didn't vote for him from the All-Star game. It's an innocuous exhibition in the middle of winter, Chris. It ain't no saying he's the greatest who ever walked the earth. It's just an all-star game. Seriously, it's not that important. And it's an overriding theme. I don't know how. Yes, the Warriors went to 5 straight championships. Kevin Durant helped them win 2 of those. Okay, they won 1. They lost 3-1 lead to LeBron. I think it's ludicrous that KG can say that it's Steph Curry. I just can't see it.
I think that you said several things. You said a lot. So let me address a few of the points you made. As far as the older players and their quote unquote disrespect of LeBron, I think, Rob, I just think that's how it is. And not just with LeBron. Like Kevin Garnett, Rob, he went to battle with LeBron, right? He knows how good LeBron is. They beat him, they lost to him and all that. But KG really is looking at LeBron, Rob, as a younger guy who came up. He was a kid coming up after me. And I beat him. And Rob, you know this. Isaiah Thomas looks at Michael Jordan the same way.
No, but it was different, though. I think
How?
that was different. It was
he
personal.
Looks at talked to Isaiah.
But it was
Isaiah
a personal.
Told me I beat him.
But they had
I beat him more than he beat me.
But they had a personal thing as well.
That's fine. I get that it was personal, but my point is
there's a personal
Isaiah
thing.
looks at Michael Jordan like I used to beat him.
Yeah, but
I get that it's personal.
Okay,
but still.
But he can look at LeBron James, who's lost more finals than anybody else, and say he's the best.
He played against LeBron. He played against Jordan.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to me.
It's hard for you to say somebody you used to beat. A young gun coming up behind you, and you used to beat him to say he's the GOAT. Rob, we know this. Most of the older generation doesn't say Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah, but it's not just those guys, though. I get the rivalry that he had with Paul Pierce and why Paul Pierce or maybe Kevin
Pierce
Durant.
ain't never gonna say he's the GOAT.
Okay. But Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, respected guys who have been around the league and have seen a lot of people also shortchange them. So I'm just saying.
But Oscar Robertson doesn't say Jordan's the GOAT. Like, that's my point, is the older generation, a lot of time it's hard for them to give it up to these younger bucks.
LeBron has done way too much to just act like you're going to ignore. The guy could be the all-time leading scorer.
Ignore. He's not ignoring him.
Yeah, I mean, to say that Steph is in this generation, when a guy's gone to the finals 10 times, has won as many championships as Steph, it ain't like Steph's run out of the building, Chris, and has been way better. I mean, they have the same amount of championships.
No, they don't.
No, LeBron has one more. Excuse me, LeBron has one more.
Right. I'm with you on that. LeBron is better than Jordan. There is no Jordan of this generation. I mean, I'm sorry. No one is dominating the game the way Michael Jordan did.
Right.
No one's leading the league in scoring every year.
10 years in a row.
And then winning the championship 6 years. There have been 3 three-peats since Bill Russell. 3 three-peats in the last 50-plus years.
And
Michael Jordan has 2 of them. I mean, so no one, LeBron, KD, Steph, no one has dominated the game the way Jordan did. So there's no Jordan of this generation. But the best player of this generation. And if you want to say, if you're going to give somebody that title of Jordan of this generation, it's LeBron. To me, it ain't easy. It's LeBron. 10 finals, as you mentioned. Gonna be the leading scorer and the top 5 in assists, probably. I mean, it's clearly LeBron James. Now, look, what KG may have meant, and Steph, again, he's not Jordan, obviously. But maybe what KG is thinking is he changed the game. Mike changed the game. A lot of guys became ISO heavy. It's all about athleticism and all that. And Steph changed the way the game is played. And, was a part of a mini dynasty. I mean, maybe that. But I bet if you ask KG who was better, I can't believe he wouldn't say LeBron. But I just think that's what the situation is. And, Steph, for all his greatness, I don't see how you put him ahead of LeBron. No.
Unless there's some axe to grind or there's
and again,
disdain.
KG is like, I used to beat LeBron.
But I think that
I ran LeBron out of Cleveland.
I still think that there's a respect factor that should be in place, just to knowing what guys have done, and then to pick somebody. If you don't want to crown him Michael Jordan, I understand that. But to pick Steph Curry is just like what? Like Steph Curry. He can't even get a shot off when the game's on the line.
Steph Curry's changed the way the game of basketball
He can't get a shot off when the game matters. He can't make a big shot to save his life.
He's the greatest shooter in the history of basketball.
Stop it. Oh, my God. Stop. Let's not do that. I want to enjoy my weekend. I want to enjoy my weekend. I want to enjoy my weekend.
Except you says that.
Stop it. You need help. Get help.
So you stop it, Rob Parker.
Stop it.
That's why Shekel City's falling apart for takes like that. All right. It's all right.
Stop it.
It's all right. You ain't even got a place to stay in Shekel City. I went to Shekel City last night, and I couldn't find a room.
It was burnt down.
I couldn't find a hotel. That's right. The place was burnt to a crisp. All right.